Andrew Nembhard just single-handedly beat the Golden State Warriors, who had all but one starter in the game and playing well enough. We'll talk about Steph Curry in a little bit. But what just happened on Monday night was something that I've only seen once before. Okay, maybe twice before. And I'm not saying that it's going to end up like those players, but Andrew Nembhard, just came from, beating the Lakers with a buzzer beater 3 to win the game, to, playing well without Tyrese Halliburton, to now this, the third highest scoring game for a rookie this season. And so I'll let you know, the last time I saw this was probably, I believe it was like Lou Williams going off against the Warriors when he was in a Clippers uniform. Or maybe it was a Rockets uniform. I can't really remember. But the better time that I saw it was Jeremy Lin. I mean, that's what it felt like. Every single time Nembhard touched the ball, I thought to myself, we don't give him enough credit. He's going to go and do something. Maybe not score, pass it off, do something. And he beat the Warriors. It wasn't everybody else. I have the box score right here. You have Buddy Hield. You have Buddy Hield with 17 points. You have Benedict Mathurin with 14. Jalen Smith, 15. Aaron Nesmith, 5. And then off the bench, O'Shea Brissett. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly, with 14. But it just, from the get-go, it didn't feel like the Warriors knew exactly what the Pacers' game plan was. And it's hard to game plan when Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner are out. But, I mean, let's put Andrew Wiggins in there. Even if Steph has this 12-point night, which he did have, Andrew Wiggins would be able to at least give you some defense and then give you at least 5 points. And so that's the win. But regardless of that, I mean, I didn't know of this guy before the Lakers shot. And now this, I don't know how to comprehend it. I remember a specific time. It was late fourth quarter, and this is the infamous one that you're seeing on social media right now, where Nembhard shoots the 3 over Steph, and then he just kind of looks like it's game over. Like I don't know what else to do. Granted, he wasn't playing super hard defense against him, but I do remember that shot and just watching it go in, and then just like oh my gosh, what, like, we lost this game. We didn't. I don't know if we lost in the first quarter. We went on that second quarter run, and it didn't look too bad. But then we just kind of fell asleep again, and it was frustrating to watch. I know that I was thinking about this the other day, and I will try to bring it to your attention and try and make you feel for the Warriors as much as you really can. But I was thinking about, in terms of like fantasy football or fantasy basketball, say you're really good. Say that, there's always been 2, maybe 3 people in your leagues that are just always or like really bad, and they kind of just stay there. And you are always really good. You're always at the top of the league, maybe top 3. Doesn't it get kind of boring or monotonous? Like every week you're like, yep, I set my lineups and stuff like that, and I got the win. It doesn't mean much to you anymore until it's time for the playoffs. And if you don't make the playoffs, then the next year, you're hoping to do well again, and if you don't, you're kind of like, okay, I give up again. Like, screw this. But if you're doing well, it's kind of like, okay, I'm getting back in it. But it doesn't matter until the playoffs. I can't keep giving the Warriors that benefit of the doubt of like, oh, they'll turn it up in the playoffs. But I was thinking about it this week and just thinking, how hard is it to like play so many more games than all these other young guys to not really care about the regular season, to then get totally scrutinized for a random Monday night game against the Indiana Pacers. Like, it doesn't mean that much. Now, we have to go on a couple small winning streaks, and we did. I think either a 2 or 3 game winning streak before this Pacers game really helped us get back in the standings. We're back to the 10th seed. Like, this Western Conference, the entire NBA really is just, it's crazy, because I know we're only like 24, 25 games into the season, but it seems like anytime you're starting to make headway, the schedule just like catches up to you, and boom, you're back at the bottom. Now, I will say, the Blazers, okay, I was kind of high on them at the start of this season, and they have taken a dip. They are now the number 7 seed. They were the number 1 seed for quite some time, or I think it was the Jazz. But anyways, they were 1 or 2 for quite some time, and now, I think it's because Dame was sitting out for a lot of that, but they, lost 5 games and suddenly are down 6 seeds. You just have to be able to get top 6 seeds. Don't fall into the play-in. Don't rest on one game making or breaking your season. But once the playoffs come around, it's a completely different thing. Andrew Nembhard isn't going to be killing you because you have a few days ahead of time to plan, and then you have a game that you can be like, yeah, he went off. So what? The next 3 games, he had 5 points, I trust that Nembhard will become something. I trust that he will, even off just this one game, he'll get another NBA contract. But I don't know what that contract will look like. Whereas the Warriors, this was one game. It was one game that we kind of just were feeling good after a couple wins. And again, they have families. They have things that they're doing. NBA is the NBA is just a game. It's just basketball. And so I think on random nights out of the year, they will just really feel that. Now, like Jordan Poole, he was trying his hardest to get us back into the game. And he did. Didn't work out for us. Steph hit 2 threes, and I think he took like 10 of them. It just happens. I want to look at Andrew Nembhard's plus minus. He was plus 16. Other than Isaiah Jackson, who's a plus 14. Now, I will say about Isaiah Jackson, he came in and bothered Steph. He was playing defense on him. Don't know why. I mean, I think Isaiah Jackson is like 6 inches taller than Steph. I wasn't sure why that was happening, but it worked. And it was just one game. Let's look ahead in the schedule. I think the Warriors just need to get past this. The last 5 games we won against Timberwolves. I did a review on that. By the way, I haven't put out another review because my life has been an absolute mess since that day. And we're just getting over it. We're getting back into the flow of things. And then next week, school ends. I'm going back to Illinois. And so that'll be fun to hang out with family for Christmas. So we had Timberwolves. We won that game. Then Dallas. That loss was kind of crazy as well. I want to do a whole nother video on the traveling situation. I get so bugged by that. Again, I want to do a whole video on that. Then we won against the Bulls, won against the Rockets, and then we lost against the Pacers. Now we have Utah on Wednesday, and then Boston on Saturday, so 2 days off for that one. And then another 2 days off to go face Milwaukee on Tuesday. So we play Wednesday, Saturday, and Tuesday. And that's always kind of hard. I've never really liked that. Now, I'm not the one playing, but I feel as though I get the sense that the Warriors are a team that need to play on a regular basis and keep their engines going. or else this kind of thing happens. So we'll see. I am not looking forward to that Boston game. We suck at what's it called? Revenge games. Look at that Mavericks game. Okay, they came out with a vengeance. We were like, yeah, we won the championship. This is regular season, and Boston is showing everybody that the regular season matters to them right now, and this is a revenge game for them. I think Boston is going to blow us out of the water, but Utah, we need to win that game. We need to. Let's get back up in the standings. Thank you guys, as always, for checking out this channel, this podcast, and until next time, stay cool.